This is going to be the ultimate XP farm slash money making guide that I'm currently using to the maximum efforts, because this has been so effective for me that I was like, look, the Grand Reef update, I was not expecting it to bring something to the table like this, but catching legendary and the mythic at the Grand Reef is so common, way more common than the actual common to fill out the beastery, which is really weird. But here's the thing, guys, we're gonna go over everything about the Grand Reef, this XP farm, how this works, how to efficiently use it to your highest ability. Me personally, I did like 50 levels here, pretty much, almost. I think it was like almost 50. It was like 40-50 levels in just one sitting doing this. And not to mention, I haven't even started to sell the fish that I got from this yet, but I know it's gonna be a lot, because each of these fish go from 3,000 to 6,000 in worth and stuff like that. So if you catch like 100 of those, that's, do the math, right? So that be the case. If you want to get to the Grand Reef here, which you guys are just going to see me leveling up how efficient I am, just catching all these fish so quickly. Now, I do want to point out a lot of different things in this little guide and video, if that's what you want to call it, and we will dive into all that. So if you haven't, hit the like button, subscribe, and it will host notification ring at the bottom, make it go ding. That way you don't miss a single fish video. If you like fish, you need to be here. We might just have to start kicking off some live streams on fish too. That be the case, the Grand Reef is an island located not far from the Forsaken Shores. Once you're there, you will want to go to anywhere around the island to start fishing. Now, this is super beneficial. The beastery has a total of 8 fish inside of it, and the ones you're going to be focused on for the XP is the Coral Emperor and the Grand Reef Guardian. Now, that is the legendary and mythical. These two are the ones that just generate you so much experience that it's unbelievable. If you guys are seeing right now, like, I am getting like 12,000 experience, 15,000 experience, plus my ghost is catching me like an additional guardian sometimes, and it's just like stacking on top of each other so rapidly that it's unbelievable, right? So yeah, you don't need any specific weather conditions. You don't have to worry about oxygen here. And now, if you guys have been following the channel for a little while, you know one of the biggest, best XP farms that we were doing was the Northern Expedition at the canal. We would just sit there and farm countless hours and just making so much money, right? And my money has just been stockpiling cause of this. So if you want to make money in fish and you want to know the updated best ways, that's why I say subscribe. Now, the Northern Summit, I have to say, you know, at the canal, is it really the best place to fish now? Because think about it. If you're a new player, you can come here, get a decent rod, and already start stockpiling up money. So it's almost like another expansion from the Forsaken Shores Captain Goldfish method. I'm not kidding. So the Captain Goldfish method, for those that might be new or are aware of it, was obviously the best place to go during Aurora, where you could just sit there and get Captain Goldfish and just, it's so amazing, right? However, this now during Aurora, being at the Grand Reef, this is unbelievable. I just cannot. Now, honestly, we would have to do a complete side-by-side comparison from Captain Goldfish, Northern Summit, and the Grand Reef on what is the best XP entirely in money making. But honestly, I think it goes off preference as well, and accessibility, and how smooth it goes, and how much enjoyment you're getting out of also fishing that spot, right? And I think hands down, this is just the best for me. I don't have to worry about my oxygen levels teleporting back up, restocking my oxygen like I have to at the Northern Expedition. Plus, that's just not for everyone, right? Here, I could just hop on a jet ski from Moosewood, come over here and start fishing, even with no Aurora, and still start getting legendaries and mythicals way more commonly than I would ever have anticipated. Not to mention, if you're thinking about buying a game pass, you can get the times 8, like right now. I think they have like a times 8 game pass right now. So if you purchase that, you're gonna have up to an hour of times 8 luck. And then if you have double XP, now here's some tips about this too. If you're gonna do this, we should probably just right off the rip say that you want to make sure your rod has clever. If you're coming here for XP farming, that is, and you're trying to get a no life rod and you're trying to scale up on the ranks, and here I am, you know, coming right here, I decide like, oh, I'm probably going to sell my stuff now. I'm going to start selling, but then boom, another Aurora pops, and we have to get right back to the fishing spot, right? So you guys have seen that. So that be the case though. if there is an Aurora during your server, and here's what I do a lot of times to find more increased chances of Aurora, I will just server hop, and that seems to help out tremendously. So don't be afraid to server hop till you find a server that already has one of these, or of course you can activate them yourself. That is also an efficient way to do it as well. And obviously, you know, veteran players like to help out the lower level players a lot of times in Fish. The community is absolutely great in this game. Well, from my personal experience at least, everybody's been super helpful and friendly, and always trying to help me get levels or unlock different rods. And that's one of the beautiful things about Fish in the community. And I think that's what we have to try to keep true, you know, always helping each other. So that be the case though, this is just, it's phenomenal, right? So, like I said, go for the 2, and here's some things that you want to do. What's the best rod for this? Well, I see a lot of people come over here with Trident, a Trident rod, although it is a little bit more difficult to catch the Legendary and Mythical with a Trident. You're going to have a lot more difficult of a time depending on how your rod is enchanted. But if you already have Rod of the Depths, the Heavenly Rod, this is going to be just so grand for you. Like, it's going to be a breeze just sitting here and getting all these experience points and like this money here from this spot specifically. And I honestly feel like this is probably where I'm gonna sit for at least the next week, just kind of farming levels or using this method. And I thought, you know, if I'm gonna be doing this for the next week and probably be using this method a lot, it would only make sense to make a video of some sort. So that's why I wanted to bring it to you all today. Like I said, rod wise, Heavenly, Rod of the Depths, but Trident would work. I mean, any rod that is good for you will work, but if you're going for XP farming, I definitely recommend having the Clever enchantment. I believe that's what I have on my Rod of the Depths. It allows me to just get those levels faster and ×2 on top of the Game Pass and stuff that I already have. Now, you might be like, well, I don't have a Game Pass. Well, make sure you're following the channel because I'm aiming to really start doing a lot of giveaways for multiple different Game Passes. It just, you might not have a certain Game Pass, and I want to try to do giveaways on the channel where we can give away those Game Passes, and that's why I keep mentioning live streams in some of my videos, because I feel like if we're live, we can do that a lot more efficiently and gift a lot of you guys awesome Game Passes so you can ensure that you have everything you need to level up as quickly as possible. So that be the case. Obviously, if you're looking for money, you would want to side with the enchantments that fit that desired outcome as well. But still, this is just grand, and I've been making a lot of money and gaining levels like I never imagined doing this method. So I thought, you know, an updated XP gathering farm money-making guide was definitely needed on the channel, and that's why I wanted to bring it to you all today. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. We love Fish here, and I love the community, and I love the comments and everything that you guys post. And yeah, we're just gonna keep doing Fish content and enjoying ourselves. And yeah, hope you guys stick along for the ride. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. We're gonna keep leveling up and keep doing this. And I'm so torn, guys. Anybody that made it to the end of the video, should I buy the Heavenly Rod? Yes or no? Post it in the comments. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.